Sean Murphy. It looks like as if he doesn't put in any effort into it, and he gets a lot of action out of the ball. Ronnie is very clever amongst the balls, the little kisses, what shots to play, when to play them, how to play them. He's the best out of all the players, I think. Mark Williams, he can pot like all different kinds of long pots, when the cue ball's on the cushion, straight long pots, cue power, or the cuts, shot to nothing, with size, anything. He's got a great variety of shots. John Higgins, safety play, I think he's very clever. Stephen Hendry, I think, has got a great temperament. I think he plays so well under pressure. Cue power for Judd Trump, I think, yeah, he plays some incredible shots with his cue power and very accurate as well. He's got like a lot of action out of the ball and also pots the ball as well. Jimmy White's the best rest player, I think, out there. He can he doesn't miss a lot, and also he can put a lot of action on the cue ball. Stephen Hendry, I think, got fire in his eyes, and yeah, he just wants to win a lot more than other players. Ronnie, yeah, Ronnie Wynn is the best front runner out there. He just plays better and better when he's in front, and it's very tough for the other guy to catch up. John Higgins, yeah. I think Ding is quite good in a way. Done so many great comebacks over the years, I think.
Robertson's got to be up there, he's got one of the best connections. Apart from my own as well, obviously, I think that's pretty good as well. He probably is the best break builder in the game, really, so yeah, you've got to go for the best, really, so yeah, Ronnie. Trump or Robertson, I'd have to pick one. Ding or Ronnie. Well, Higgins as well, obviously. So Ronnie as well, again, really, but it's all so close, you know. Yeah, Ronnie. One for that one, Higgins. Selby's got to be up there, be coming from behind and that, and Higgins is up there as well. I'd say Higgins as well. Higgins. Probably hits the ball a little bit harder than most people as well, really. So, yeah, I'd say Trumpy. It's got a lot of cue power. I'm pretty comfortable with the rest, so I'd say myself. Higgins. In so many matches over the years where he's won from being miles behind and close matches and cleared up when he needs to clear up, and yeah, definitely Higgins is up there. Higgins again, really, wins so many frames from behind, and they're so important in frames because they kill all your opponents. Getting a bit repetitive now. Higgins again, really. I mean, everybody misses balls, but he always plays the right shot. McManus. Angles McManus. Ronnie. Seems to blow, well, once he gets ahead, it just seems to get stronger and stronger, really. There's so many players, I think it's hard to pick one. Higgins, Selby, Robertson, Dottie's got to be up there as well. He's really light and never gives up.
Stephen Hendry, because for almost a decade, if not longer, he reproduced the same cue action under pressure and made countless century breaks. Ronnie O'Sullivan, I think when he's in full flow, I think he's the best break builder we've ever seen. If I had a long pot to pot and I had to have somebody to go for it, I'd select myself. Steve Davis. In his prime, was never out of position. John Higgins springs to mind instantly. He's playing to get you bang in trouble from the minute you start. Paul Hunter, you never knew whether he won or lost. You never knew if he was winning or behind. And, you know, he was so gracious when he lost and exactly the same when he won. Neil Robertson's just, you know, for what he generates for seemingly so little effort. I think Jimmy White is the best rest player the game's seen. Stephen Hendry. When his chances came, because of a player making a mistake or him forcing an error, wherever it was, whatever tournament it was, he would step up. I've seen John Higgins make some mammoth clearances to win a frame by 1 or 2. Davis, you know, when I've played Steve over the years, get to that couple of snookers stage required in a frame, he's almost favourite. I'm going to have to say Mark Selby. His knowledge is very, very good.
Ding. I think he's got a very, very repetitive action that's very smooth. John Higgins. Never. He's very rarely ever got a hard shot to play throughout the break because his position's that good, so his break building's as good as it can be. Sean Murphy. John Higgins. Ronnie O'Sullivan. I know lots of people never say that, but I think Ronnie's safety game is phenomenal. Stephen Maguire. Sean Murphy, he's cue ball. I mean, he might hit the ball a bit hard, but he can get through the white so good. Again, Sean Murphy. Higgins. He's proved it so many times. No matter how he's playing, he can still manage to go over the line. John's as good ball as you can get. I could say John with practically every question you could say, but it'd be John with that as well. I'm quite good at skating from singles, but laying them would be Mark Selby. Tactical, Johnny's the best tactical player we've got. Selby. I think he's done it again so many times before from well behind and won, so Mark Selby.
I'd go for Ronnie O'Sullivan. Smoothest in the game, times it perfectly all the time. You'd have to say Ding at the moment. He's flying. His technique's pretty good too, and he just keeps it nice and tight in the ball. He's a very, very heavy scorer. Neil Robertson, he sort of never seems to miss that kind of shot when, if you break off and leave a red, he seems to just slot it in all the time. I'd have to go Ding again. His positional play is, that's why he is so good in the balls. You know, he just seems to get never more than a foot and a half behind the ball, and just seems to make it look easy. I'd have to go with Higgins, John Higgins. He's such a clever player, and he just always seems to get you in trouble. Mark O'Fee, he's sort of pretty chilled all the time. Doesn't seem to show anything. Doesn't seem to worry. Judd, I'd say. Judd Trump got the big deep screw shot in the locker. 10-foot of screw power, whatever you want to do with the cue ball, you can sort of do. Probably just say Higgins again. He's won so much in that, and he's just unbelievable under pressure. But he just never seems to touch up. You'd probably go with someone like Davis. His knowledge of the table is just unbelievable. So yeah, Steve Davis. I'd go with Ronnie probably. He just seems to, when he's on one, he just seems to fly away with the match, and obviously he's unbelievably quick at doing that as well. Quite like the way Williams goes about his business, you know what I mean? He just sort of, he's got so many shots to nothing that you think that are risky, but he just seems to play the right shot all the time. Ebden is he's pretty gritty in that he can stick in there when things aren't going his way, and he can dig out a match and stuff, so he's proved that with winning the World Team in the past.
Mine. Well, I think probably if you were to look at Ronnie's frame-winning break to frame ratio, I think he'd probably have better than anyone else's in the history of the game. Mine. Ding's cue ball control, I think, is probably the best at the moment in the game. I'd say John Higgins. Yeah, all-round safety play. Mine. Mine. With Sean Murphy? Yeah, Sean Murphy, best wrist player I've ever seen. Mine. I'll say Stephen Hendry. Ken Doherty's very good at that. Great creativity coming off cushions and stuff like that. Yeah, I'd say Ken. Ronnie O'Sullivan. Yeah, by a long way. He's by far and away the best I've ever seen. He's the worst player to be behind against for sure. Yeah. Tactical awareness, I'd say John Higgins. John Higgins is the worst player to have a big lead against, I'd say.
Q action, I would have to pick Sean Murphy. So straight and hits the ball really well, as good as anyone on the tour. Ding Junhui, he's always been a great build, and he's made many 147s over the last few years in tournament play. Neil Robertson. Ding Junhui, I mean, when he does make his breaks, the white ball's never more than 3 or 4 inches beyond the object ball, which is the idea of the game. The legend Steve Davis. Neil Robertson, I mean, I think his temperament's great. You never know when he's winning or losing. He always gives it all, and his hunger for the game is second to none. Judd Trump, I'd have to say. I mean, the amount of times he pots a long ball and screws it back 10 times up and down the table, it's like, yeah, I don't think there's many players who can play that shot what Judd plays. Sean Murphy again, yeah, I think he's very good with the rest. I mean, we're more or less the same age, and as junior days, neither of us was that tall, and we were both using it quite a lot, and I wasn't as good, and he used to never miss a pot what I can remember, and even still now he's very good. I have to say Mark Allen. I think in the World Championships a few years ago when he played O'Sullivan, it's not easy to beat Ronnie at the best of times, but to beat him at the Crucible, when I think it was only Mark's first or second time there, showed great character. Stephen Hendry. The amount of times he used to do that when his back was against the wall, 40 or 50 points behind, and win the frame was phenomenal. O'Sullivan for that. I mean, once he gets in front, I mean, he sort of steamrolls you, and it's very hard to catch. Ken Doherty's always, I mean, he gets his nickname Crafty Ken for that reason. I mean, he's very good at pinching the scrappy frames, and his awareness and cleverness around the table is great.
Robertson's Q action, the best. he doesn't, when he hitting balls, hardly he doesn't move his body, and yeah, he keep like still, so that's good. Ronnie, he's not just potting balls about. I feel he understands the balls. He knows how to make it easy. Long potting, Judd. Me. I think Steve Davis. I think I played him a few times. He's not making many breaks, but he's big trouble in safety for me. Dominic Dale. he's always smile. I don't know what you think. Kill power, Judd. He likes a smashed ball. Jimmy White. John Higgins. Hard snookers. Everybody. I think Stephen Hendry. Yeah, I think John Higgins the best.